the ones without motors work? Like, they'd only go back and forward for like an hour or something. 2 hours, maybe.
Depends how hard you swung the pendulum, I suppose. Otherwise, you'd be driving around Melbourne seeing fucking cranes swinging everywhere. They leave all their cables down, yeah? They hang their BLF flag off the cable. They're that
Yeah,
big
you gotta hang them.
ball hanging off the bottom. Oh, they're pendulums, aren't they?
And if that is the Earth, then everything must do the same thing. We're not attached to the Earth.
Yep.
Hot air balloons.
So a Foucault is supposed to be responsible for the gyro compass as well, I think, at least the idea. Because he mucked around with pendulums and gyros. But I think, so we can say that they're affirming the consequent, but I think Foucault was like, since the Earth is rotating, right? He didn't say if the Earth is rotating, then if I create this device, it will show a precession, etc., etc. He said, since it is, he's declaring it to be true in the first instance. He was going off a knowledge claim, right? But so where did that come from? Where did that knowledge of the Earth's motion come from? Just declaration of it being the case because of looking at the sky? So it's going to lead back to somewhere that's an affirming the consequent.
Yeah. Zachary.
And Eggs tried to put it into a modus ponens, where he said, if the Earth is stationary, where did he? Hang on, I'll find it. If Earth is stationary, P, then a device capable of detecting rotation will not detect rotation, Q.
You already fucked up. What's the device detecting rotation?
Well, it goes on to say, and return a reading consistent with a non-rotating body. A gyro does detect rotation, not Q. Therefore, Earth is not stationary, not P.
Wait, a gyro detects rotation in what way? Which way?
That's his modus tollens.
Like from horizontal? Or like around, like a left to right kind of?
It doesn't. If you're talking about a gyro compass like we were talking about earlier, yeah?
That's what he was talking about, yeah?
Yeah. So
gyro compass.
Yeah. So what they claim is that the gyro can, a spinning gyro resist changes in its axis of rotation, yeah? And they claim that it can be at times affected by the rotation of the Earth, causing it to align with true north. So all they're doing is aligning it with true north. And like T-Dub said, saying, well, it's aligned with true north, it's staying on true north, so therefore it must be drifting with the rotation of the Earth. Yes. I'll read it again. The gyro is influenced by the rotation of the Earth, causing it to align with true north.
What's true north?
Not magnetic north.
This is equivalent to so it's not true north but magnetic north. Like, how does that equivalent to the precession of the Earth of where it's flat and not round and we're actually on a disc going around each other?
What the fuck did you just say?
Well, for a start, we weren't talking about the Earth being a disc and other discs going around each other. We were talking about how a gyro compass works and what it does. So if you would like to talk about the Earth being flat, we can probably move on from the gyro compass and we can go from there. But nobody here claims a disc flying through space.
No, it's kind of like if you ever had like you have like the things where you set the balls and like the balls go bum 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 bum, and then all of a sudden everything goes around it, and it
Bro.
creates a genetical administrative force, and that's what makes the stars go around.
Do you have
What?
proof of that?
I don't have to prove it. You have to prove it to myself. Because what I believe is what I believe. And what you believe
What's
is
your
what you believe.
accent keep on changing? You're being a weirdo.
What do you mean? I mean, a weirdo. That's not a
You're going
mean.
from English to American South. You're swapping through accents.
I think that you're like unable to understand what I'm talking about.
Now she just did Canadian, bro. Listen to that.
Ah, shit. Dude, I can't even fucking say it. I'm sorry. No,
Be normal.
you're right. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well done. Thank you.
No, but anyways, can you explain to me like the gyroscope thing of like what's going on?
What
You
what
did
is
it
a
again.
gyroscope thing?
Do you believe that a gyroscope picks up the rotation of the Earth? And if you do, how does it do it?
By a gyroscopian. Duh.
Oh, fuck, you got me there. I
that was
got to
actually
say,
quite
you cooked
funny.
me.
It's not up to me to describe it to you. Like, are you uneducated?
Yeah, there's quite a few
No.
educated people are here.
I actually asked you a question. If you had listened, I said,
I
"Do you
answered it.
believe-" Okay, so there you go. Very simple.
Does it detect
I already
rotation?
answered it. Unfortunately, you didn't listen because you don't know how to listen. It might be because you're on the other side of the gyroscope, but
I listened, and what you said was that yes, it does, and it does it by gyroscoping.
I feel like that's already right there.
Yeah, then why did you say it's not up to you to explain how it works? I said, I didn't ask you. I asked you a question first, which was, does it detect rotation? And if it does, how does it do that? Yeah.
And I answered you by like, look at your gyroscoping education. It's not my responsibility to educate you upon the gyroscope of the gyroscopian. Like that's up to you. Like that's up to your education. Don't fucking put that on me.
But you
Gyroscopian.
believe it's doing something. I'd like to know why and how you believe it.
You think that when you vomit, it's like your responsibility? That's your body doing it? Like I am a gyroscopier. I'm sorry. That's so fucking dumb. My apologies.
Have another one.
You have one.
I'm drinking a Rockstar.
Ew. Who hurt you? You're never going to be an astronaut with that attitude.
So, it should detect rotation in the perpendicular axis, right?
Perpendicular then completely goes out of like gyroscopic fucking means. Like that doesn't make sense. We're now going into like geometry versus like
Yeah, I'd like to talk to you about geometry.
with a square plus b square.
No, like I'd like you to provide some measurements of you living on a ball, a spheroid.
I'm not saying I live on a ball. I'm like, it's not up to me to prove that I don't live on a ball. It's up to you to prove that I live on a flat plane. Like, I have a pilot's license. Like, I fucking am in like the air all the time, and like, I have never seen it be flat. Like, it's pretty fucking curved.
Okay, where do you think you live then if you don't live on a ball?
No, I think I do. I don't know. I don't know where I live. It's not up to me to prove whether or not it's flat or round. Like, I don't fucking know. I've never been to space.
Well, why would you need to mention going to space if you've said you've seen the curve from your plane?
Well, why do you need to mention that you like live on the ground? You grounder? Like you're just like a
What?
little mole? Like you're just like digging down in the dirt? You want to fly? I'll
Are
take you
you?
up
Are you?
flying.
I've flown before. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
ready to go
when?
fly. Doesn't matter when.
Show
I've
me.
I've flown multiple times.
Yeah, multiple times. Like, yeah, you've left your bedroom, you've flown. I'm sorry, that was mean. I didn't mean to like dog on you, like living with your parents.
It wasn't mean at all. It more unintelligible garbage.
Well, if that's unintelligible garbage, like, please enlighten me with your intellectual
I don't want to enlighten
ungarbage.
people. I want to be enlightened and learn the truth on how we actually live on a rotating water ball in a vacuum.
Well, then get the fuck out of it and go see for yourself. Like, fucking man up, go to school, go fucking, like,
Go to
go do
school?
it. Like, I don't know, like, go, instead of, like, being like, all these things are bad, like, go fucking prove it wrong. It's up to you, baby. You can do it. I believe in you.
Hey, I'm not your baby.
I said baby, not you, my baby. You obviously want breast. That's mean. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be mean. I believe in you. Go get it.
Are you on drugs right now?
Absolutely not. I do not participate in extracurricular activities.
Alcohol's a drug.
Never done it.
Yeah, she's pretty smashed. It's funny.
I have autism and Down syndrome. That's not very funny. And then also like cerebral palsy. Do you guys say that like Michael J. Fox has like?
He's faking.
Oh,
What?
you think it's very good? He's not Kevin Bacon. He ain't bacon.
Bro, you gotta be on something if you're slurring like that.
Maybe it's just like this is the way people communicate when they have higher intelligence and you're not protected to it.
You're right. Maybe you're so intelligent I can't comprehend it.
I think that's what you're like. Everyone's told you your whole entire life. It's not me, it's you.
Who hurt you?
The earth. But it told me that was honestly Kevin Bacon. When he fucking was in Footloose. Like anyone else. Like could have been Kevin.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you to kindly fuck off. It's brain rot, that is.
I think it was the US version of Kylie Mole.
Yeah.
You know.
What are you, a mole? Digging around in the ground? Hey, that was funny.
Oh shit! I was just talking away and I was fucking muted. So we got Agent 85. We got Jim. Hey Pads, welcome back. Any of you guys want to open up your mic and discuss the nature of the surface of the Earth?
Hello, brother.
Where's that?
Hmm?
Where's that?
What do you mean?
Where do you live?
I live in Greece. How about you?
United States.
Nice.
Good old America.
Yasu.
What's the
Yeah,
surface
surely.
of water like in Greece?
It's horizontal.
There you go. Legend.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but eggshells is in the text chat.
And wait, let me take a look.
He's talking about quantum locking.
I think he's stopped now. I don't know if he's listening on YouTube or what. I don't want to. I don't. Yeah,
No, he's
I'm
still
sick of it.
going. He's on. He's apparently on a plane, but yeah, no, he's talking about quantum locking. That was
Oh, he's on a. Right.
7:38.
I'm not that educated on this matter, unfortunately. I'm just coming here to listen to you guys.
Hey, you're right, bro. You're cool.
Does the Earth fly where you live?
My eyes see horizontal surfaces.
Yeah, at
To
least
be
he's
honest, that's
right.
kind of irrelevant for me, even if it's flat or round.
Well,
But it's
at
nice
least
hearing you guys talking about
you're
this.
observable reality, right?
What?
We always
You're.
we always get told it was the Greeks that discovered the Earth was round.
Yeah. But it's irrelevant for me, to be honest. Even if it's flat or round, it doesn't affect me at all.
Well, what does
Me
that tell you?
personally.
What does that tell you? Because like none of what you do in your daily life is going to be, is going to require you to consider the Earth to be curving and in motion.
I mean, how does it affect me? Even if it's round or flat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. So you'll just
Yeah.
go about daily life as if the Earth is a motionless plane, right?
To be honest, I don't even think about it. I just go by my daily life, working and working out and playing video games. I don't really care even if it's a ball or a flat surface without space or a dinosaur. That's my stance. There are reasons, though, for the government to lie about it. For example, if the Earth is flat, that means NASA is stealing money from everyone. That's one reason to prove it otherwise. If it's not flat, then I don't know. It's kind of the same thing.
I don't know about you. My life changed a lot when I realized it. Your entire life is lived on the Earth.
Nothing changed for me practically, like physically, because I was already just going about my life as if the Earth is a motionless plane, right? But psychologically, mentally, like it changes things. I think that changes the way you think about things, makes you more aware of being susceptible to bullshit, right?
Well, to be honest, you already are susceptible of of bullshit, especially when the internet came out. You see conspiracy theories, you see politicians stealing money, you see every different thing on the internet that makes you suspicious. But for me, the Earth thing is not one of it. Like, for someone else, it could be, and I respect that. Like, having the motivation to prove it wrong and present to the people that they were lying all of this time. Well, that's fine. But I just, like, it wouldn't affect my daily life because I already know the government's lying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, just the realization that the biggest thing ever is a lie. It's huge. Your entire life takes place on this earth.
Is it, though, the biggest thing ever? Like, for you, it might be the biggest thing, of course, because you want to disprove the globe Earth. That's fine. But for the average citizen, I don't think it's the biggest thing for him, because it differs from person to person what they consider bigger on this planet. For example, my biggest thing would be football. For another guy, would be money. For you, would be Earth. It's different from person to person. I don't think the average citizen would care. That's just an assumption, though. But yeah,
I understand. And I agree to a certain point, but just philosophically, you're basically brings into question all sorts of meaning and
yeah.
accountability and purpose.
Well,
And-
that's also
and-
different from person to person because it depends which philosophy you follow. For example, one guy would say that he doesn't care about reality, all he cares about adaptation. So even if something changes, he will change as well. So you get me what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Even philosophically, like you said, it still depends from person to person. Like, what's their philosophy, or what's their way of life or ideology?
Well, there's a lot of people that are not able to appreciate what I'm saying, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. Some people are bad; they don't have an open mind. Even if someone is wrong, at least hear what he had to say, and then you can judge him by his word and not by his, identity or what he follows. That's how I view it.
Yeah. When I found out, I was kind of mad at the church. I've gotten over that, but I don't think I fully have. I will say though, realizing the Earth is flat, it was extremely liberating.
Eggs is saying he's going to debunk the globe.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. He's reversing the burden of proof there, and just like asserting things
Dude,
to be true.
He's basically saying, since satellites can only exist on a rotating Earth, and we can't explain it, therefore the Earth is a rotating Earth, even though there's lack of curvature. To be honest with you, I got no fucking idea how satellites work.
He's asking us off the bat to accept certain premises to be true, like that satellites are in orbit. They are operating exactly the way we're told they are, right?
Well, that requires the Earth to be a ball, which there's lack of curvature to say that. It also requires gravity to be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, we could say that there are things up there that are in circuit.
Robert Utah just invited me to his Discord server. This is hilarious. His voice chat is called Gravity is Real.
How long has he been around? He seemed to have made a name for himself in here.
He's just he's not even disingenuous or intellectually not dishonest. He honestly believes the shit that comes out of his mouth. Listen, whoever was asking me about Robert, dude, he told me once that political science is a science and it follows a scientific method.
Nice.
That's the kind of guy we're dealing with. I personally like him. I just think he's really funny.
Yeah, there's people that talk it and they try to kind of fake it till they make it, but they never quite make it. Like that's just well, that's just an ignorant statement right there. What's that called when people are so stupid they don't know how stupid they are?
Hello,
Everybody
breath of fresh
in
air.
flat Earth is stupid.
Are you drunk, dude?
Yeah.
You're not drunk?
Yes, I'm drunk.
Oh, so you came in here smashed and drunk to say the flat Earth is not good.
I already know it's not. This is.
What's your reason for that?
I don't know if I want to go down that trail, but that's what I know. You want to go down that trail?
Well, we'll talk to you.
Immunity to fucking do that. Oh yeah, you can fucking ban me at any you want, for sure. Come on.
Well, if you're going to come in here and spout your shit, at least tell us why.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Well, why is flat Earth stupid?
Because the Earth is not flat; it's a globe. We're in the middle of space. Big fucking vacuum.
There's a big vacuum next to the atmosphere, right? Is that right?
Someone else gonna trust me as this guy?
I'm just want to know. There's that big vacuum you said, right? How is it next to our atmosphere?
I don't know, man. Go take fucking grade 8 science. Then
What exactly does grade 8 science teach you that atmosphere?
I don't know, man.
can
I'm
exist
not
next to a
going
near
way
perfect
back
vacuum?
to kindergarten to figure it out,
But you said you knew.
I sure know a fuck ton about the universe. If you want to talk about cosmos or how the universe works,
Well,
we can talk
Cosmos is
that.
all
Yeah,
fake, bro.
you're
It's
not going to talk
your
to me
tangible
about
reality.
how do I know you can't step out of blah blah blah. So, starting point is shut the fuck up. Do you
I like you
know?
already, dude.
Do you know anything? No, you don't. No, you don't. So whoever's your best flat Earth, we can talk. Let's have a sophistic talk.
All right,
Dude.
what to you makes a conversation sophisticated?
Nothing. Not you. Unless you start talking. Or
Come on, man. I just want to have a nice talk with you, mate.
I just talked to you. Who's the man here? Who's the fucking man?
The
Otherwise,
man,
just kick me out. Kick me out.
the man would
I don't
be
give a shit.
Indio, T-Dub, Resolve,
No,
Dez, Crit, but
Here,
a lot of them are not
whoa.
here. That's why
Wait,
I'm here to
sorry.
talk to you,
Oh,
but you don't
one
want to
guy
talk
with
to
his
me.
camera
Breath of
on.
fresh air.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm here to defend the globe. I'm here to defend the globe.
good luck with that.
Oh yeah,
Start.
there's an interesting dynamic between like who can put up a camera might attract viewers
We actually
versus
allow
who
cameras
can
in here.
actually answer a question. Flat
You
Earth.
got to turn things off.
What is love?
Interesting dynamic.
Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me no more.
Yeah, you hear me? You got to turn your cameras off.
Shut the fuck
Oh
up.
no.
Breath of fresh air. You better stop this drunk rage before they kick you out of here, dude.
No one's
I don't
here.
give a fuck if they
Yeah, I don't give a fuck
kick
either,
me out
nigger.
for the drunk rage. What are you talking about, drunk rage, man?
I don't fucking like the flat earthers. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want because I'm the Black Messiah.
Okay.
You may be black, but you're acting very far from the Messiah.
Jesus was not the true Messiah. Only I am.
Okay. That's debatable, but
Oh, this is a loser fucking cliche. I won't stick around too much longer. It's a very bad place. It's a very bad.
it's a fresh air. You gotta chill out, dude.
No, I don't have to chill out. This is a very bad part of the internet.
Yeah, turn your camera up. Turn your camera off.
It represents
Please turn your
knowledge.
Hey, Craig, while you're here,
knowledge.
this guy, Breath of Fresh
Yeah.
Air, wants to have a sophisticated conversation with
No,
the
I
top dog. And
Yeah,
since
let's
you're
do-
here,
Fucking mouth,
Breath,
dude.
breath. You got to turn your camera off. It limits the room. Okay. Step one, turn your camera off, or run away. That works too.
Yeah. Let's leave. Yeah.
what?
What's up, Killian?
Chilling, brother. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. I thought there was going to be a one-on-one. What happened to the dude that was on camera?
I guess he didn't like being asked to turn his camera on.
Yeah. I was actually trying to get into the room, and I'm like, who's got their camera on? Because the room was posting as full. I was like, I was about to message one of you guys and say, tell that guy to turn his camera off. So anybody find any evidence of curve yet? Any takers? Evidence? Glovers? Anything? Another day, we're back at it. So,
Yep, I got evidence of curve. On one side of my house, all of the doors close by themselves. It's due to the curvature of the earth and the tilt that my house is on.
Damn, cuz.
I was about to say, you need to go back to that contractor and ask him to rehang those doors, brother AJ.
Well, that or get an exorcist.
He had to take into account the curvature there, and
From my understanding, local curve is not evidence of global curve, but that's just me.
I think Timbo built my house.
Did you say Kembo or Timbo?
Timbo.
Sounds like Timbo needs to learn what level and plumb is. Sorry, go ahead.
He was just looking for that curvature. You know Timbo killing.
Yeah, brother, he was one of the first, one of my first friends from quote unquote down under, who was able to toss around the whole idea of contracting or construction within contracting because he's a contractor.
Yeah.
Working. I myself
Plumber as
working.
well now.
Oh, that's awesome. So he's observing level water as well. Beautiful.
Yeah.
If you hang a door, you observe plumb. If you work in plumbing, you observe level. It's kind of crazy how all that stuff works. Construction is an amazing thing. Globers need to start learning to appeal to the industry that actually builds upon the realm versus the one they think they have, versus the realm of science that they think studies the realm. There's a big difference there.
Yeah, or the sky. Yeah, they love the sky. Don't want to talk about the ground and how we build upon it and utilize it. Want to talk about the sky.
That's what Eggshells is talking about right now. He's talking about the satellites.
Yeah. Don't ever worry about the ground.
Everything
or the water, the
other.
oceans.
Their proof for the surface of the earth is everything other than the surface of the earth.
Well, what better way to prove it, Crit?
How did that God ain't real, prove us wrong go? Did they flame out or what?
Yeah, I went in there and I asked them about it, and they started calling me they started calling me names.
Yeah, they are an extreme group of triggerings. I've been in there a few times, and you know they want it's like they're agnostic, and they think that atheists and theists are both like a teeter-totter, like they're both kind of just wrong and dumb.
Hell yeah, we do. Hell yeah.
And I'm like, well, so they tell me to prove it. I'm like, okay, well, in America, we got this document the Declaration of Independence. It says in there, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. And they're like, yeah. Okay, so it's a self-evident truth. They're like, yeah. Does self-evident truth need to be proven, or is it self-evident? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, which one? Is it self-evident or not self-evident? And they're like, oh yeah, it's self-evident. Because they're really into government. They really, really love government. And what's interesting too is they got that thing on there, self-defeated since 1569, which oddly enough is when they changed the motto to "In God We Trust."
Ain't that just a catchphrase though?
It was in like the 1930s.
No,
no, and God we trust
1959.
is a very bad thing.
Yeah, it's
That's a
1950.
catchphrase, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's a motto. It's a motto of the U.S. government that you only trust God. You trust the God. That's it.
Sounds like a good way to pull the wool over somebody's eyes, bro.
Yeah, so they're up there and they love government. They love America. Love it or leave it. But somehow they need proof that God exists. I'm like, are you part of the we? When I say like an American, is that a group that you're part of? They're like, yeah. And we hold these truths to be self-evident. Yeah. That all men are created. They're like, yeah. Endowed by a capital C creator. Yeah. With certain unalienable rights. Yeah. And you need
guaranteed by God.
Yeah, you need me to prove it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's do it again. Let's go over it again. Okay. So there's a group of people that you agree that you're part of, right? We and the Americans. Yep. And you believe in that it's possible to have a self-evident truth. Yeah. This is something that's true that doesn't require proof. It's self-evident. It's just it's the way it is.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
enshrined,
Okay,
yeah. That all men are created.
Yeah.
And they're created equal.
No, most definitely not.
Okay, so you're not part of the we then. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got some sort of weird hierarchy picking order that so it's fine that you're not part of the we. So then when you say we went to space and we did all this stuff, don't make sure you parse that out.
Why?
Because those astronauts really believed in we. We went to the moon. We all the way home.
We the people.
I don't get the transition from the Declaration to...
Yeah, because that was a U.S. federal government executive branch endeavor brought to you by NASA, who was brought to you by Eisenhower, who was brought to you by In God We Trust, whose vice president was Richard Nixon, the same guy in charge of all of the Apollo program, start to finish. So if you can't connect the dot there, you can't.
Nope.
You can't connect Eisenhower to the executive branch, the president of the United States, to the
Not
to
in
the
the way we're discussing. No.
Yeah, so so who do you know who signed NASA into law? What person made NASA?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was Eisenhower.
It is.
It is right. Okay. Fucking hell. I thought it was shit.
Yeah. So Eisenhower. What else did Eisenhower sign into law? Did he change the
lying
the model of the government to "In God We Trust"?
I mean, I think you just hinted at it that he did.
Yeah,
but
he put
before you mentioned it, I honestly didn't.
"In God We Trust" on the money. What is that? What is that God that they're talking about?
It's a catchphrase. I told you, it's a catchphrase.
No, it's a model. It's a model of the U.S. federal government, not a catchphrase.
But it's not, though, is it?
This is the full value system of the U.S. federal government. To trust,
but it's not,
God.
though, is it?
It is. It really is. It's trusting God.
Studied American foreign policy, and God did not come into the equation.
Yeah, they manifest destiny. They really talk about America as a shining beacon on the hill, super positioned in the world, endowed by God. Like, God bless America. So yeah, they're foreign policy.
Right, like a con. Yeah, okay, right, I'm with you. Yeah. Sorry, I'm with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything involved with the U.S. federal government automatically invokes a supernatural being, or they're lying to you.
They're lying to you, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. It's what the government does.
Uh-oh, that's a problem, though.
Eat those lies.
Who they're lying to, why they're lying.
We went to the moon.
I mean, I don't think we did.
Answers are dumb because we went to the moon. You did.
Dude, we lied to the moon.
Did you put a Bible? Did you put a Bible on the moon? Why did you put a Bible on the moon if you don't believe in God?
They didn't say
Depends on how it depends on how you consider religion as a tool to control society. Depends on your views of that, bro. That's why I keep referring to it as a catchphrase and a good way to pull the wool over people's eyes. So it depends on how you subscribe to religion as a whole. And it's,
Did we put a Bible on the moon?
Did we do that, or we didn't do that?
I mean, I don't think no. We definitely. I don't think anyone's been to the moon, so I would say no. Most definitely not. I don't know.
Once you take that card away, the house of cards starts to fall apart, brother.
Nah, the moon was a space race. It was just super convenient. The Americans.
Yeah, well, where's the photo?
Ideological.
Where's your photo from space come from?
CGI composites and shit. What do you mean?
Yeah, the only photos claimed to be taken by humans, right, holding the camera of Earth in space, happened during those claimed missions.
Yeah,
exactly. The claimed pictures that you're saying are fake were claimed during the space race. So it's like either
they claim though is we can pretty much write off that space race shit. I don't think any global, or if they do, I'd be surprised. But I don't think many globalers actually still believe we went to the moon when America said we went to the moon. I don't meet many globalers that hold that position.
Many globalers believe we went to the moon, bro.
Oh, really?
Brother.
Most of them, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? That's the number one thing that's relied upon to prove the globe. Number one, look up at the sky, and the moon, in fact, is in the sky. Land in the sky is yet to be proven. And secondly, if you don't believe that, then your fallback position is literally with us. This is only a binary thing. You're either on one side or the other. There's no multiple choice answers to this question.
I can think of a good couple of reasons why America would want to lie about going to the moon. None of them would result in me thinking the Earth is flat. Well, not one good reason, essentially. One very good reason why America would do it. Power.
Brother, we're not even discussing motive. We're discussing design. We're discussing the actual model and the claim within each model, right? Forget about motive. We're just looking at the evidence and the observations being proposed, the observations being shown.
Yeah, we are now. I don't think that's what we were a few minutes ago. But yeah, sure.
Well, Brother Crit was walking you through the example of space, right? And the evidence claimed during the space race. Now, when you realize again that evidence that's claimed during that space race is actually fictitious, your actual claim falls apart on its face. Literally, it's like a house of cards. You pull one card and the entire thing falls apart. You can't say, oh no, that's just part of the model that doesn't work, or we don't believe in that part of the model. If you don't believe in that part of the model, guess what? Fallback position is stationary topographical plane with lights in the sky.
I strongly do disagree. I really,
Okay,
really
give me one piece of evidence that you have that
I don't
shows
need.
you.
One second.
Excuse me?
You've just presented an argument. You've just presented a position that if something isn't true on one, it must automatically be the other. I'm disputing that, like, logic. I haven't got any space evidence or maths or stats. Just because something isn't necessarily true doesn't mean the exact opposite is true. That's all.
So just one piece of evidence that speaks against the stationary topographical plane that has you believing in a spheroid.
That's not what I'm claiming, bro. I'm just simply saying I don't believe in the moonlight. I don't believe it happened. You're saying because I don't believe it, therefore I must be a flat earther. And I'm just saying no. I can believe one or a many bunch of lies. It doesn't automatically mean I'm a flat earther. You know, that's the only bit I've got an issue with. The rest of what you said sounded legit.
So the theory or the idea of there being land in the sky, is this something that you latch onto?
What?
The idea of there being, and my rebuttal to that is the idea of there being land in the sky. Is that something that you adhere to or not?
No, I don't think you heard what I said, bro. Let's just leave it.
How so? You don't think? All right, that.
Did it sound like nonsense when he to you when he said land in the sky?
That was for your brother.
Oh shit! Sorry, what? I was lighting up a joint, mate. What did you say?
That's okay. I said, did it seem like nonsense when? Did it sound like nonsense when he asked you if there was land in the sky?
No, no. I just don't know why he would ask that if he understood what I just said. I just felt like we were going in two different paths. I'm not here to.
No worries. If you're a Glober, and yeah, you can be a Glober and simultaneously not believe in the moon landings.
Yeah,
we all understand that.
That was my point. He just tried to make the assertion that because I didn't believe in the moon landings, therefore I must be a flat earther. I just don't. I can't follow that train of thought. I don't see how that adds up.
Okay, but do you believe that the moon is something up there that you can go and land on?
Possibly. I don't know for sure. Possibly, yeah.
So, I mean, do you believe that it's a globular, like a, you know?
Yes. Yeah. I do. I believe it's sphere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an object out there in outer space or inner space or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the distance. That's why I say I don't know if we could actually land on it. I know what they say it is versus what it might be. Might be two totally different things. But yeah, if we can reach it, then I assume we can land on it. Yeah.
But you're a Glober, but you don't believe the distances they give you then?
Only because essentially we've been talking about celestial navigation, and flat earthers have mentioned how obviously it needs a flat baseline and stuff. So any sort of measurement that I hear now, whether it's the sun being like 90 odd million miles away, I'm starting to take the measurements with a little bit of pinch of salt.
Okay, so then you don't have any contention with celestial navigation then, it sounds?
Not with the way it's been presented by Flat Earth, no. No, I'm like I say, bro, I'm piecing it together. It's not like I'm just here to shit on Flat Earth, bro. I have to repeat this daily at this stage. But yeah, no, like, is the moon a sphere, or is within the Flat Earth, or is it just a I don't know sort of?
It's definitely an I don't know. None of us know what the moon is, and nobody can get there. Nobody has been there.
Anybody have any ideas as to why the craters always seem to look like, if it's meant to be getting hit off asteroids by different angles and degrees, why the craters always look so perfectly fucking round? Anyone ever?
No trail impacts either, huh? Or trail.
Yeah. Shit like that. Exactly. Yeah. Shit like that. Exactly. Any reason why it's oh.
Brother, these are questions that, and I say this respectfully to you, you should be asking to those who make those claims, right? And Travis, I have to say, well done on the walkthrough, brother.
So what about ISS? Do you think that's fake? Do you think ISS is fake, Pads? If you think the moon landing's fake, then you must think that that's fake too.
No, I think we can see the ISS almost with the naked eye, right? Let alone like apps and telescopes and shit. There's definitely
Really? Oh.
Yeah, you see it in the UK. The ISS, or what they tell us is the
away.
ISS. Sorry,
400 kilometers away. And it's about the size of a football field. I don't think you can see it. It's too small.
But surely somebody else here has watched the ISS go across the sky. There's quite a lot of us in here.
Well, no, it's 400 kilometers away, and it's the size of a football field. So that is obviously a balloon or some bullshit. It's obviously not it in a vacuum.
Fucking going quick, whatever it is, bro. There's an ISS tracker anyway. That's all I've used. ISS tracker. Look up. It'll tell you when it's coming over your area, and yeah, you can see whatever it is that they're claiming, whether it's the ISS or not. I don't know, but yeah, you can see.
Wow, ISS tracker debunks the vacuum, debunks natural law, does it? Natural gas law.
Nope.
What we need is a tracker. Wow.
Nope. You just simply asked me, do I believe in the ISS? And I said, yes, I've seen it. I in no way said anything about space, the vacuum. I didn't make a claim that it would debunk anything. Stop jumping and making leaps and bounds.
So can I ask you another question then? Did you think it's possible that the ISS could be maybe not so far away and a different size?
Yeah, defo. Yeah, I've got
still the angular size, the distance.
Yep.
Bro. Okay.
Like literally, I just haven't got the piece to it. It is whatever size they tell me it is, bro. Someone just said it's a football pitch. In reality, it could be a fucking tennis ball. It could be 10 football pitches. We don't know, bro. Like you say, it could be a lot smaller, but just a hell of a lot closer.
Right.
You know, if he had eagle vision and my depth perception was okay, you know.
So, what does the ISS prove to you exactly?
I was just.
Are you the one that
we can definitely get shit up in the air at what seems indefinitely. Like it seems to just be remaining up there. I'm very curious if it ain't in orbit, how it's doing it. It doesn't prove anything. It just raises questions.
I'm sorry. You know, we have solar power that never have to land, right?
I think there's like, I'm sorry if I talk over you, bro. Can you say that?
No. Oh yeah. I said, do you realize that we have solar powered aircraft that never have to land?
Oh shit, I did not. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And no, is that what we're saying is on the ISS, or is that just here's some other technology that could exist, so don't rule it out, sort of? Like, is this what the claiming is done on the ISS, or is it having any bearing?
Well, I don't know what the ISS proves, right? As far as what they film up there, are you familiar with fisheye lenses?
Yeah, what they film from there comes down to the exact. I don't know. I can't prove it. It could be a fisheye lens, could not be. It could be hairspray. It could be fucking zero, gravity. I don't know, bro. Not for everyone.
Well, then what you it is.
Once they claim themselves that their cameras are wide-angle lenses, use wide-angle lenses. Just wanted to throw that in there.
No, but even if they presented something that appears not to be, I don't know how we wouldn't know. You know, again, it's just we wouldn't be able to verify it. So anything they say is it's just something somebody's saying, isn't it? Right? How the fuck do we know?
Yeah, but what do you think?
I don't know enough about like the path it takes around the globe, or arguably around the globe, to know if that would prove anything. Maybe the path it takes could look at proving some shit, but I honestly don't know, bro.
So the path of travel determines globe of ISS above Earth determines globe if it's a globe.
No, I'm saying it could. Does it? Well, I mean, it could do if we looked at it. Again, I'm not making that claim, but again, that's just lack of knowledge, bro. I'm guessing people in here haven't looked at the path of the ISS. It has no bearing on the globe or a flat Earth or what. Or
No worries. I'm just trying to get a feel for what you believe or what you think. Excuse me.
I'm one of them.
No, Travis, I jumped in.
Oh, go on, sorry.
No, I was just going to say the stuff up in the sky seems to orbit the ground, right?
That's all we know. Really.
Well, and I'm saying from our perspective, looking up at the stuff in the sky, whether it be the sun, the moon, the ISS, airplanes, birds for that matter, anything that flies seems to fly or orbit the Earth, but there's no indication that the Earth, in fact, is moving as well, is there?
No. Somebody mentioned it'd be near impossible to tell if it's us or them moving. Like, how the fuck would we know? Tricky. Good points, man. A lot of flat Earth, I will admit, a lot of flat Earth has a lot of good observational talking points.
So why are you a glober?
Bro, I hate saying this now. It's like I'm saying it to try and get brownie points, but I initially started saying I'm a glober by birth, bro. Like, I remember doing basic globe shit in high school. In adult life, I've in no way looked at science once. Not once. Don't give a fuck. So why wouldn't I be a glober,
What did you do when you were younger? Globe stuff, you say? What
high
stuff was
school
this?
shit, basics. So
what? Tell me. Because here's the thing, brother. In high school, right? I'm going to be honest with you. In high school, I was learning in grade 10 math, learning about SOHCAHTOA, sine, cosine, tangent, right? Relationships of triangles. These things that are dictated by three straight lines, three interior angles, all adding up to 180 degrees. So I'd like to know in high school, what were you doing? Excuse me?
Oh, sorry. No, I was just talking to myself.
Well, it's the study of triangles, right?
Yeah.
Right, and this is the study of triangles, which is three interior angles all adding up to 180 degrees. Those three interior angles are literally constructed by three straight line segments. So my question to you again is going back to your claim of what you were doing in high school. What was the basic glober stuff that you were doing in high school?
Right, it came into physics like once or twice a term, and terms what, 3 months.
Tell me what it is.
Well,
what was it that you studied?
I'm trying to. So what you just mentioned then would have been in maths. Yeah, sin, cos, tan, fucking all triangles and shit. Whatever, all that shit was maths. In the actual science side of it, we did more bio and chem. The solar system, it was literally basically the planets go around the solar system, the moon goes around the planet, gravity exists, bit of stuff to do with buoyancy, a bit of stuff to do with like air pressure and air resistance. Like, bro, not a lot.
See, I find that interesting.
Not a lot. But I think I am lagging, sorry.
No, it's all good. I got a phone call. What I find interesting is that you said buoyancy and gravity in the same construct of things that you were doing. So when we look at gravity and we look at buoyancy, those are two things that don't seem to, like, how do they exist together?
Well,
upward, downward bias, buoyancy, fine. But in terms of quote unquote gravity and the solar system, these seem to be all leaps of logic and that you had to take on in order to understand the claim of the globe.
I think it was more like effects and forces. Like Class Day or something, I don't know. Bro, it's been a long time. I'm 36 years old, bro. It's been like 20 odd years. But yeah, very, very basic shit, bro. Again, I think a lot of it in school, like, why? I don't think we're taught too much about the solar system in the UK. We're taught the basics, and the rest of it is just a given. Like, assumed. Love to look, bro.
Do you think space is a vacuum?
Not in the way that it's used around here, no.
In what way?
Yeah. Let me
Yeah.
think of how to say it. 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry, right, okay, I misspoke. My understanding of a vacuum of space is essentially the space in between matter is essentially space. Right? And the way I understood vacuum is the lack of matter. It isn't necessarily to say, like, you know, you open a fucking door on a plane and you get sucked off on a spaceship like the ISS or anything like that. It's just the lack of matter. It's nothing. The space in between matter is the vacuum of space. And there seems to be, and I cannot get my head around it, the need for a wall with a hole in it where the matter from Earth would get sucked off into space like it's not a gradient or something. I don't know, bro. I'm struggling with that.
Are you familiar with the statement or phrase "nature abhors a vacuum"?
Nature of what? Sorry.
Yeah, nature abhors a vacuum.
Pause. Like hose?
Yeah, like cannot permit.
No, I'm not familiar with it, bro. No.
Natural law would dictate you can't have gas pressure system next to a vacuum with no solid barrier.
Yeah, I know. I've been down it a few times, bro. Rinse and repeat at this stage, but just for whatever reason, I am just not taking it, bro.
But basically, like, nature abhors a vacuum is just like saying, like, if there's space, like matter, nature just wants to fill that void, right? And it does. Like, it just, you cannot demonstrate to anybody an area where you won't find matter. You just won't. You can talk theoretically about the spaces in between and all that, but try and isolate that. Try and isolate it. You can't. Not even the most extreme vacuum we can simulate on Earth. You go in there and try and detect a point where there isn't anything. There'll be something there.
No, I know. Honestly, I've been through it, bro. I don't know. Like, I really have been through it, and I agree with everything you're saying, except the need for an actual physical wall, like a 1 atom thick wall, or 10 atoms thick, or 100 atoms thick. However, it's the actual container. I just don't get it. Don't agree with it. Other things I do agree with, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's enough for you that there's an explanation. You don't require evidence for that explanation. We get it.
In ways, yeah.
Yeah, as long as your mind can conceive of a thing, right? As long as your mind can conceive of a thing, well, that makes it feasible. Yeah, that could be the case. I'll accept that. Yeah.
Pretty much, bro. Pretty much. Until I learn some other shit, and then, you know, that's the most feasible if it counts the previous shit, and then so on and so forth, and back and forth.
Well, I've got to say, respectfully, it's disappointing.
I've said it before. I surely it's the same fucking path most of you guys went through when you heard some flat Earth shit. That everyone here must have heard some flat Earth shit that they go, nope, that just does not sound true. They've gone to a globalist side and it's been disproved. And then you've come back to flat Earth, heard something else, and thought that does sound legit. Then you've gone to globalists and they've been able to provide no answers. It just seems like a
no. Absolutely
Well,
not.
the moral to this story is to stop going to fucking globalists because they keep lying to you.
Seriously. Brother, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. That we went back and forth. Please, if you're staying honest with what you're actually observing, you realize that in fact it's a stationary topographical plane.
Yeah,
Black Swan, for example, like in refraction, being a good example. You know, it's a good little back and forth between the two communities as to what types of refraction, what else could be at play. You learn a lot going back and forth.
So you don't like the Black Swan? Yes or
No, I think it's no, I like it. No, I'm just, it's not good. It's a fucking great talking point.
This is not an
example observation.
contest, dude. This is about what is demonstrable. What can you demonstrate? What can be shown to be true? Absolutely, without doubt. Otherwise, I don't have any reason to accept someone's bullshit.
No, it's not. And I agree with you, bro. It is down to what we see. But what is absolutely paramount is understanding why. Not just taking like most things, because there's many phenomenons around the world. I hate that word. Can't say.
The understanding why you measure something, you get a number. Full stop. You don't have to understand why it's a given number. We're given the 3959 radius. We've disproved that instantly with the Black Swan. We've disproved it with
like
other
the drop
images.
Over distance, like the drop over
Without
distance,
even
or lack
trying.
of drop over distance of over, what is it, 10 miles, 60 odd feet over 10 miles or whatever it is. There's other shits out there that like you have most definitely seem to have proven. So just because I disagree on one thing, don't mean I disagree on all. I just think.
Well, what part of if there's no curvature, it's not a ball? Do you totally not get? No curvature, so it's a ball. That's where are you getting caught up, mate? Common sense says you need curvature if you've got a ball.
So why is that not the only conversation we ever have in this Discord, bro? If it is that simple and that, do you know what I mean? Like we have many
Because
more
people like you are hung up on shit. You've been fed a story and you're clinging to it like your life depends on it. Your life doesn't depend on other people's fucking lies.
I've said there's some shit like I just said, the drop over distance. The Globers can't seem to provide an answer for it, bro. So at this stage, on that specific point, I would be a flat earther. But it's never one point. There's multiple points. I'm going through the process, man. Like there's some shit Globers just can't explain. When I say that, you seem to be ignoring that.
Get rid of curve, no ball.
Yeah, but
why are you trying to defend stories?
I just said.
It sounds like what this sounds like is you need to go outside and check this for yourself. You need to go when some of the other lads are doing a fucking laser transition run. You need to go with them and sit back and go, well, fuck me.
Yeah, it would help, definitely. But like the drop over distance thing, like that could be something we do. But I've already just tried explaining to you that is something. I'm in the flat earther camp on that. Like, why the fuck do we not see this drop over distance? Like, so
let's get this straight. You're in the flat earther camp because you fully understand there's no curvature. But as soon as someone says refraction, you're all over it.
On some issues, and like whoever it was below said, T-Dub about
Pads,
we
you
mentioned
need to understand something.
One second.
It's not. Stop for a second. Pads, listen. There's not one singular. It's not a conglomerate of things, and they all have to be proven correct. If you're on a ball, it needs curvature. No curvature, no ball. Forget the other shit. When they start rattling off about photos from space and the moon and the stars and the sun and all the other bullshit, walk outside and go, where's the curve? That's it.
Yeah, but like ultimately,
anyway,
it's your journey, man. Ultimately, it's your journey, and you will set standards. Like nobody's going to be able to stop you from setting. We can point out if those standards that you're setting for yourself are faulty or fallacious, unreasonable, etc. Like what's wrong with those standards? But if you continue to accept them as being a standard, then nobody can tell you not to do that. I mean, that's your choice. And that is the main thing, that you decide for you what is, not listen to anybody else. But if we say something, right, you need to consider, is that thing something I can go out into reality and test or measure, or does it stand true to logic, reasoning, right? Or, is it verifiable?
They don't want a flat Earth in it.
Is it falsifiable? These are the questions that you should be asking.
Measurable, demonstrable, quantifiable. Yeah. No, like they like I say, I do agree, bro. It's a good start.
And not just what we say,
bro. Like,
yeah. Well, not just what we say. Anybody says about anything. Like, it doesn't even have to be about the Earth.
And that, I don't find it ridiculous hearing what a bunch of people have to say on a subject and then going checking it elsewhere with other people that might have opposing views. It just seems like a super standard way to operate.
So what is your hang up then on your journey?
Well, I have said multiple times, not in this conversation, sorry, I think it's the first time we spoke. A lot of it is cogdis, bro. A lot of it is cogdis. A lot of it is just straight up things that I do not agree with, like the container example, like a hard thing that I can point towards. Some things I do agree with, or have concerns about, and I'm really looking for globalists to explain. So it depends on the point or the topic, or it depends, man. It's not like I said to Banhammer before, if it was just a case of there's no curvature, let's leave it. This room would have two people in it, and it'd just be a bot repeating that all day. There's clearly far more to have a discussion.
You need to spend more time in here. You are bots repeating it all day.
There's lots of stuff that's discussed in here and lots of different ways to approach things, but I do think it's important for you to at least try to appreciate what Matrix was pointing out. The Globers will take you all over the world, all over the place, except for the surface of the Earth.
Wait, who is Matrix? Who is Matrix?
He was the Aussie in here that was...
Oh, Banhammer.
I thought it was Matrix. Maybe I was incorrect.
Oh, yeah. No, it's Matrix.
You're correct.
Yeah, sorry. Just so I knew who you were on about, bro.
I just think it's important to appreciate what he's saying as far as the surface of a globe would necessarily have to be curved. And so the most important thing is to demonstrate that curvature. And all these other things that we discuss in here, they're all side topics, and there's all other aspects of this, but the meat and potatoes of it is curvature.
Mate, I've seen on the creationist approach to it, let alone like maths and physics. Some people come in here flat earthers, genuine flat earthers, who have a full-on creationist, like biblical perspective on it. Like the whole community is so wide and vast, bro. It's not just maths. I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I'm just.
That's because people come to it from different angles. They didn't all just line up at the front of McDonald's and get a free hamburger. Hey, we're flat earthers now. It doesn't work like that.
That's what I said, bro. They've got different perspectives and shit. Yeah, different approaches. Yeah.
Well, I would say that I fall into that category.
Oh,
absolutely.
Oh, really? What, from the creationist shit? Let's go.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a creationist. It's just a quick example of, creation in general is, if you take a painting, for example, how do you know that there was a painter? If you're looking at a painting, you know that there was a painter that painted it. I'm a builder. When I see something that was built, like a house, I know that there was a builder. Maybe the builder is gone. Maybe he built that thing 20 years ago or 100 years ago, but it was built by somebody. And we're here existing on this world where everything is completely suitable for us. So the air that we breathe, we can breathe it and we can survive. We need water. We have water here. All the food, all the different, everything, your body, our bodies are self-healing, auto, autonomic or whatever machines. So, and we have control over them. So it's just everything is definitely created.
I like how it follows suit. To be fair, I've never actually heard that one. Yeah, like a builder builds a house. I like it. I heard that one.
Travis is a builder. Well done. I knew I liked him. And see that Travis knows that if a building is built upon this realm, it is built to a principle of level. Take a construction level, pop it on the floor, the kitchen counter, wherever you want, you're going to observe level. Everybody on this call is actively observing level. So the question then becomes, as you said earlier, Pads, where's the drop over distance? If curve, then drop over distance. If no curve, then there's no drop over distance. I.e., if P then Q, if no P, then we can't go to Q. That would be a leap of logic, leap of faith. Go ahead.
But yeah, Travis, I do like the not even in terms of flat Earth community, but I just like that train of thought just in for creationism in general, bro.
Yeah, it's helpful. It paints a picture, so to speak.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Really, it's just an antecedent consequent relationship, right? The consequent being is you're seeing this very thing that requires a creator, a painter, a builder. So the antecedent that is the antecedent, right? Just like gas pressure and containment, the antecedent for gas pressure is containment.
Yep.
T-bone steak. The necessary antecedent is a cow. And you can get a good look at a T-bone steak by sticking your head up a cow's ass, but wouldn't you rather take the butcher's word for it?
I believe. I believe. Oh shit. Where are you from? Are you from a religious area or part of the States, Travis? Just out of curiosity.
Washington State.
West Coast, right? Like northwest somewhere.
Yeah. Yep. Washington. It's by Mount Rainier. A pretty big mountain there in the northwest.
Border Canada? Or is it not quite that high?
I'm really close to Canada. Yeah, I could get to Canada in 3 hours.
Yeah, you can still escape, bro. Still got time, man.
Well, this state's beautiful, but it's ran by lunatics.
Oh, Killian, knock your camera off, mate. It's locking our room down. Cheers, man.
Hey, thought you wanted to be in the gym with me, brother. Hey, sorry about that, guys.
Nice, bro. Get in the weights. Let's go.
So on the creationist issue, I'm a creationist. It's pretty evident, self-evident, in fact, that everything was created.
We're talking about a deity, or do you mean just something? Are you claiming like a deity that intervenes with, in people's lives and casts miracles and listens to prayers and answers prayers and shit? Or do you mean just something like creationist?
Yeah, it would have to be a deity, absolutely. It'd have to be something outside of creation, right? So just like a computer programmer, you see a computer program, you know that there had to be a computer programmer, right? But the computer programmer wouldn't have to be inside the computer, literally inside the computer programming the thing. You can do it from outside on the keyboard.
So an actual deity, right? Okay.
Yeah, and he can do it to his, to the extent of his own will, right? He can stop whenever he wants. He can make a computer program perfect, but he could also screw it up. Not saying that God screwed up, but the corruption can happen, right? Files can be corrupted. Information can be lost. but all information requires an intelligent agent to proffer.
Yeah, that was the point though. Anyway, like we're saying, yeah, there's many different approaches. I didn't know he had a creationist there. Nice, let's go.
Well, but something cannot create itself because it would have to exist before it was created.
Yeah,
right.
I heard that's the biggest thing for people to ever understand. Like when I first heard about, the Big Bang and looking back like in time, the further distance you look back in space. I heard somebody else, scientists, say like the hardest thing is that you have to imagine that something can come from nothing. And at that point, my mind was like, what? What? Like, can something come from nothing? Can that? Fuck knows.
Yeah, can it?
Can it? I don't think it can. To be honest with you, I don't know. It's something. Yeah. Apparently, something came from nothing, bro.
So you know better than that. No problem. That's an easy one, right?
Honestly, bro. Honestly.
So you're a creation too.
No, I don't know. I'm agnostic on a lot of shit. I think that's the healthy balance.
Well,
but
so is academia. Like it's not settled amongst them, even within their paradigm.
Yeah.
It's not an agreed upon thing.
But you do know that gas expands, right?
Yeah.
Is that like a hang up for you?
It's once that's a transition, that bro. That's a transition, Mike.
Yeah, it is. Because I was just going to ask Travis. I'm listening in. I'm just thinking because it is that simple. Like you ask if it's that simple as far as the curvature. It's like, well, yeah, if all of the mainstream, like when you go away from these globetards online, and we show you like all of the things where the mainstream National Geographic is powering CFI investigators to go to a freaking beach and show flat earthers that the horizon is earth curved at 1.2 times the square root of the observers feet. Like they literally did that. And you can literally see that, wait a minute, the horizon is behind the boat that they're saying has a horizon in front of it. That's clearly retarded. So it's like, okay, well, that's out. And you're like, well, what else is there? It's like the gas pressure thing without a container. It's like, it's hard to get behind because the container. But at the same time, you do know that the reason that all of this is claimed to be created by the Big Bang is gravitational accretion. And you've never seen that before.
Breaking up a little bit, Big Daddy, just to let you. I changed your name, bro. I felt cringe saying that. Fuck. Well,
how much am I breaking up?
30% of the shit you're saying is getting muffled like hell. I don't know.
I don't know if this is better.
Yeah.
It's a bit better, but I heard you fine.
Yeah. So, I mean, you do know that gas pressure, like, never mind that. Gas expands. You know that.
Yeah.
Like, it goes omnidirectionally in all directions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But they claim that there's a force keeping us down. No, sorry. There's a force keeping us on a ball, and that force goes inward, which is the opposite of literally the antithesis of omnidirectionally. Again, something that's
I don't think they've called it a force for a good 100 years now, to be fair. Some shit, so I hear. But
okay, so then again, how do you have like
I don't know, bro.
Gases coalesce. Listen to what I'm saying. If gas expands, how does it all coalesce in a vacuum? Like the sun, for example. Like it's retarded. Especially if it's not a force, then what's it doing? Coalescing in a vacuum. It doesn't make any sense. There's nothing that can make it make sense. You got clouds going in all directions, north, south, east, west. You got surface winds going in all directions, north, south, east, west. They claim that in total, the whole atmosphere is spinning with
You make a lot of claims,
the
but
whole atmosphere. The whole atmosphere is spinning together. But that would be a first law of thermodynamics. Is the higher up you go, you would need energy. Regardless of how minute, just principally, you would need more energy. And the energy would come from where? Nowhere. So, you know, I mean,
an actual question. Sorry, what? What the?
Yeah, no, I agree.
yeah, the higher up you go, if the whole atmosphere is moving lockstep, even though you know there's surface wind, yada yada yada, right? If the higher up you go, all of the air is spinning with the earth, so that we experience it as not doing anything at all.
I was chatting shit about creationism, you bro. Like, I'm not.
All right, my bad. Let me go on mute because you're not really being accepting or something. It's okay.
I don't want to be rude, bro.
No, you're not being rude. I said it's okay. I know when someone's brain can't do it. So I don't want to be rude. That's why I'm saying. No, don't apologize.
There is a lot to unpack. It's just I've heard these.
Because I'm talking and you're not accepting it. So just accept
it's
that
not
I'm
that,
going to
bro.
move on from you.
Yeah,
that's all.
I'm not being rude. It's just that I've heard.
Don't worry about it.
Fine. But Travis, mate, you had asked me about